Hello, people! Welcome to another episode of Rita's Book Club. As always, just a quick thank you to everyone who watches my videos and likes my posts on Instagram. Thank you so much for all your support. Uh, this week, I want to share with you two books that are meant to be read one after the other, but there are also different stories of coming out and living your own truth. The first one is Openly Straight, and the second one is Honestly Ben, both by Bill Konigsberg. Openly Straight follows Rafe's journey of being a teenager that plays soccer, has won skiing prizes, likes to ride, and is gay. He has been out to his family and friends since 8th grade, and he was lucky. He was one of the lucky ones because nobody teased him, and he goes to a school that talks about tolerance and acceptance. The problem is that Rafe doesn't feel like a normal kid. He constantly feels like he's the gay kid to everyone. It's always how people describe him. So he decides to transfer to an all boys school, a boarding school, and he does the unthinkable. He decides to keep his sexuality a secret. He still accepts who he is, but he just wants to start over in a new school where nobody labels him. In this new school, he has to face the challenges of finding who he really is. And when he meets a teacher that challenges him to write his own story, his own perspective on subject, to dig deeper into himself, he starts to see the cracks of his solid plan of hiding his sexuality. That, and he kind of falls in love with Ben, his new best friend, who, for all intents and purposes, is straight. On the other hand, on Honestly Ben, the book is told from Ben's perspective and tells us his side of the story of what happened with Rafe and how he deals with his real feelings. Ben is one of the smart guys. He's elected captain of the baseball team. He won a big scholarship for college, and it feels like everything is back to normal and being perfect. He meets a new girl named Anna, who he feels very attracted to and helps him distract himself from his issues that he starts to see through the book. Like a mother we finally realizes is unhappy, a father that doesn't talk to him about anything, any subject at all. School starts to get harder and the pressure is higher than ever to keep his scholarship. And Rafael decides to start a new guy. So he has all these issues and he decides to slowly let Rafe into his life again after some things that happened in Openly Straight. I'm not going to reveal them. But Ben starts to see that Rafe is the real normal that he needs, that Rafe is his person. I really liked both characters, Rafe and Ben, the main ones, because I felt like they were opposites. Rafe as himself figured out. He's just looking to fit in and for people to stop labeling him according to his sexuality. Like people put him in a box on how he should be like and what he should say and what he should advocate on, and he doesn't want to feel like that. That pressure, he doesn't want to feel that. And Ben is the complete opposite. Ben thinks he has everything figured out, that he is really smart. He's already part of the school, the student body. He's an athletic guy and everything, but he slowly understands that he doesn't know himself and that there are a lot of things that he wants and needs that his father spent years telling him that weren't okay. I think that was what drew me into the books because we get to see these two stories told by different perspectives. They are both stories about coming out and being part of the LGBT community. Uh, we see them discovering themselves, especially Ben. I thought because he felt that his whole life that he couldn't voice his own opinions. He couldn't be funny. He only needed to work hard and be quiet to pass through the cracks of his own life. I'm I also want to give a shout out to two of the other characters that I really, really liked in the books. Uh, Albie, Rafa's new roommate, and Toby, Albie's best friend. I especially love Toby and how we see him go through his own journey in the books, like a little side aspect of both stories, of both of the main stories. In the first book, we see him play the flamboyant gay boy. But in the second book, Toby starts to delve deeper into his own identity. And by the end of the story, it probably comes out as gender fluid. I think that one of my favorite scenes from these books, and probably of all times, is the scene where he does it. He comes out to the whole entire school and he just say, "I don't care what you think. This is who I am, and you need to accept it." I just think that the courage that it showed was really, really brilliant. Uh, as a polar opposite, we have Albie that just accepts everything that is thrown at him and that his friends tell him. He just wants to go on adventures and listen to the radio police. Both characters are a very nice complement to Rafa and Ben, who became their own version of the Three Musketeers, but as a foursome. So I think that these characters were all opposites, but they all fit so well together that I think it sold me the book completely. For all the right reasons, I'm going to give these books like an 8. I feel like both portray very complicated relationships with the LGBTQ plus identity that might reflect with a lot of younger generations nowadays. The books also give hope with a little dash of reality at the same time, while explaining how messy being a teenager can be and the pressures of being one and being yourself. I thought that it was just two different beautiful stories that kind of complement each other perfectly. So let me know your own thoughts about the book. Have you read any of them? If you're curious to read it and want to know more details, just let me know. As always, if you liked this video, please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at Rita's Book Club for more content, and just share it if you know some people that might be interested in this kind of content. Thank you so much for watching and see you next week. Happy readings!